So we've done the antibiotics, and he's in the wheelchair in November. And a friend sees us, and on Monday she calls me around 9 and says, I have an appointment for you to come into Dr. Rose's office at 11 o'clock. I know I've told you about him, but you haven't listened, so I'm going to take him in with you. I've got someone to watch the other 2 children, because we're going to be there for about 6 to 8 hours. And I went, oh, called my husband. He took off work. He said, oh no, I'm going to be there. He rushed home from work, and we drove over, and we all came over here, and that was the first. And we were very skeptical, because how can he help with an autoimmune disease? We need to get it in remission, and that was what the antibiotics were all about. And that was our main goal, and that's all we could see, was he needs to be in remission, so that when the second year comes up of when he's had this, it doesn't hit those organs. And he was already starting to feel like he had a knot in his esophagus.
Yeah.
Right, he'd wake up and he'd say, I can't breathe real good. It's like there's a knot. So just because it comes gradually, the skin thickens gradually over time. Our main thing was antibiotics. That was the one thing we grabbed hold of. But the second day coming in, he ate breakfast. He ate as much as his big brother ate. So I was like, oh, we can't stop this. At least he's eating. He's not in the wheelchair now. In fact, one night my husband and I were sitting outside, and he goes, wow, he's playing just like any other child would be playing. It's hard to look at him and think he's sick with how much he's jumping around. So we had already decided we didn't want to stop using the machine, because we could see the outward. We just didn't know inward. So Dr. Rhodes asked us to give him 4 weeks. In 4 weeks we would test his ANA. ANA shows he has an autoimmune disease. It's they test, I guess, from 0 all the way up to 1280. And at 1280 they stop the test. His was above 1280. So it could have been 3,000, it could have been 2,000, we don't know. But since April, it has been always above. And every time he does IV treatment, they test him again. So we knew from July and in October that he was above 1280 still. And I think in November early we tested him, because we were hoping that it would come down just where it would be recordable. So 4 weeks came. Of course, 4 weeks fell right at Christmas. So we didn't have anything done that week. But after Christmas, we went into Dr. Breeling, and I asked him to run the ANA. The first ANA he ran was not the quantitative. The quantitative, I think it's quantitative, tells you the number. The one he ran was either negative or positive. Well, it came back that he was normal. And everyone in the doctor's office and in the lab said, I am so sorry. Something went terribly wrong. We're running the quantitative because we wanted to be consistent. If we ran the quantitative back in April, we needed to run it again. So we went back, and I remember getting the call. I was standing outside messing with goats because they're getting ready for the show. And they said, his number is 18.
18?
18. And I said, 18? Yes, it's 18. And I said, has that ever happened before? And she goes, not unless God's involved. And I said, well, he is, but I didn't expect it would be that drastic. She said, you know, hold on. And then she got Dr. Breeling and talked to him. And Dr. Breeling's only thing was, numbers don't lie. It's black and white on the paper, and you can say what you want about the way he feels and the way he's acting and that he's not in the wheelchair as much, but the numbers don't lie. So in 4 weeks we test him again. We're going to do it, I guess, every 4 weeks until it sinks in. But he was at a number 18, and I said, what does that mean? And he said, that means at this time the disease is in remission, or in the process. I mean, it's in remission. It's there, or it's getting there, because he's still pale and he still has the blood vessels that show that he's upset about. But you know, on the cellular level, he's doing great.
Yeah.
Dr. Breeling's only advice was, don't change anything you're doing. And all I could say on that, I was like, on the phone, I said, I'm only using that little black box that Dr. Rhodes gave me. And he said, don't stop using it. We were doing it 3 times a day. And so there are things that I cannot comprehend or understand at this point happening. I'm not even going to question it. I'm just thankful. I've been real diligent on my website. I have, after my letters, I have a list, and it shows it shows the date that we start meds, the date we saw doctors in Houston, and it goes straight down all the way, and it just kind of stops on the date that I found out the ANA was 18. So, and it started the website. I'm trying to find other parents whose children have this disease. No, I have that all. It's on childrenwithscleroderma.com. www.childrenwithscleroderma.com.
Well, I've got to tell you, just looking at him now, he looks great.